What's up, guys? It's Jensen and welcome to another video. So, as we all know, during free agency, Phillip Rivers has chosen to sign with the Indianapolis Colts on a 1-year, $25 million deal. I'm going to be honest here. I like Phillip Rivers, but he's a backup at this point. Let's be real. We look at what he did last year. I know the offensive line was trash, but that's no excuse to have a 23-20 touchdown to interception ratio. He was really just Jameis Winston to a lesser degree. You look at his decision making last year, it was reckless. It looked like he was trying to do too much, but at the same time, you could kind of see that it was washed. His arm strength was on the decline. Everything was bad about Phillip Rivers last year. And to give this guy $25 million, even if it is on a 1-year deal, it's just a little too much in my opinion. Because even in this inflated quarterback market, to pay a guy like Phillip Rivers $25 million, when a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, who I think is way better at this point, gets a deal with an average of $20 million a year, I think there were better moves to be made for the Indianapolis Colts. When we look at Phillip Rivers, I think that it'll help him to have a good offensive line. And we know that Indianapolis has a really good offensive line. They re-signed Anthony Costanzo. We know he's a good tackle. We know that Quentin Nelson's one of the best guards in the league. So that offensive line is certainly good. It's going to help him playing at Lucas Oil Stadium, which is the dome. So obviously the wind can't really blow his throws. And as we know, Phillip Rivers is a soft thrower. So playing in a dome, less wind, that should help too. But when we look at the weapons he has, it's really, T.Y. Hilton, obviously we know he's a stud, but he's getting older in age. He's injury prone. Eric Ebron, he had a really good year 2 years ago. Last year wasn't as good though, so I don't know about Eric Ebron. We know he has a lot of potential, but as a top tier tight end, I'm not sure. Jack Doyle's pretty good. He's consistent. I'll give him that. I think that Marlon Mack is a solid running back, but he's not really dynamic or anything. Certainly doesn't beat the Melvin Gordon, Eckler duo they had there in Los Angeles. So I think that if they draft a wide receiver, it works out great for Indianapolis. But other than that, I don't see Phillip Rivers really being a revelation to this offense. I don't think he's any better than Jacoby Brissett at this point, except that Brissett is a little cheaper and he's a lot younger too. So I think that they should have rolled with Brissett, or they should draft a young QB. And I think the only way that you could justify this Phillip Rivers move is if they can get a young quarterback in there, a guy like Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, who they can develop. They can let them sit behind Phillip Rivers for a year, learn all the tips and tricks from one of the veterans, one of the all-time greats, even though he hasn't won a Super Bowl. I think that would be nice. But in terms of contention, I don't think that Phillip Rivers really moves the needle, especially when on defense. That defense looks championship ready, though. And when we look at a guy like Darius Leonard, they trade for DeForest Buckner. We even know what a force he is at a defensive tackle. I think that's an underrated defense. I think that defense, they're ready to win a championship. But I think that offense, Phillip Rivers is going to hold them back. I'm really disappointed with Indianapolis because I thought that they had a chance to add a guy like Teddy Bridgewater. I thought that maybe they could, draft a quarterback, which isn't still out of the equation, but it looks a lot less likely with them signing Phillip Rivers. I think that signing Phillip Rivers, he's clearly on a decline. He looks a little washed. I think that this is an L move for the Colts. And I think that we can expect the Colts to take a step back, even though they weren't even that great last year. But, we'll see how it goes. And I'm rooting for Phillip Rivers. I hope he gets that Super Bowl one day. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen this year. And I think that this might not work out at all. But, we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like and subscribe. We'll be providing more NFL and NBA hot takes as the season goes on. And have a good day. And remember to follow me on Twitter, Jensen Sports, where I'll be keeping track with NFL free agency until the conclusion of it. See y'all later.